This lesson, we're going to simplify algebraic expressions by factoring out our greatest common factor. So here is an expression that we are going to try to simplify or factor. We are going to first find the greatest common factor of our two coefficients. Okay, once we find our greatest common factor, we're going to factor out the greatest shared power of every variable. And then we write the leftover stuff in parentheses. Okay, so let's look at an example. We're going to actually do this example that we started with. So we have to ask ourselves, what's the greatest common factor of 6 and 8? Well, you can take a 2 out of both of them. So that takes step 1. Step 2 says take the greatest shared power of every variable. Well, they both have an a, and they both have an a squared, so we can take an a squared out. They both have b's. This one has 3 b's, this one has 2 b's, so the most, as many b's as we can take out would be 2. And then they don't share a c, so we can't have a c in our greatest common factor. So our greatest common factor is 2 a squared b squared. And we're going to divide that out or factor that out of both terms. So 6 divided by 2 gives me 3. I had 2 a's, I took 2 a's out. I had 3 b's, I took 2 b's out, that leaves me with 1 b. And then plus 8 divided by 2 gives us 4. I took the a squared b squared out, that leaves us with a c. So this would be your final answer. Here's another one. 8c to the 4th d squared e minus 12c cubed d to the 4th e squared. We want to know what's the greatest common factor. Again, what can you take out from each term? Here is your greatest common factor. Okay, so you can take a 4, 3 c's, 2 d's, and only 1 e. So we write in parentheses what's left over. So you can factor out a 4, that leaves you with a 2, and then 1 c. Your sign will stay the same, so minus 3d squared e. Actually, I'll tell you right now, the nice thing about your exponents, you can always just subtract your exponents. So we started with 4, we took 3 out, so we subtract 4 minus 3 to get 1. Started with d squared, took out a d squared, so 2 minus 2 leaves us 0. Same with our e's. E to the first, 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay, c to the third, subtract 3 minus 3 gives you 0 c's. 4 minus 2 for the d's would give you 2, and 2 minus 1 gives you 1. All right, so we're going to factor this. 6x cubed plus 8x squared minus 2x. You can take a 2x from everything, leaving you with a 3x squared plus 4x minus 1. Okay. You cannot forget this 1. You take out your entire 2x, but 2x divided by 2x is 1. Okay, so make sure you have that minus 1 there. Last sort of problems that we're going to deal with, we'll have something that looks like this. So 3p plus 3 over 3. So we want to factor the numerator. You can take a 3 from both of these terms. That leaves you with a p plus 1. Then our goal is to simplify, so you can cross those 3's out, and that leaves you with p plus 1. One more, 25x minus 25x squared over 5xy. You look at the top first, so you can take a 5x from each term. Leaves you with a 1 minus 5x, and then divide by 5xy. So you notice here your 5x's would cancel, leaving you with 1 minus 5x over y.